Hi viewers, this is our last episode for the final countdown of season 1, and it's a bit of an emotional time all in all, I think. We have 1 or 2 twists in our show for you. It's not a big deal, it's just a bit more action with a special little clock segment. And an extension of time for our interviews, which is always nice to know. There is more time on the clock to talk to our guests. Get to know them a little more. You know, a bit more intimate, a bit more familiar with who we're talking to. And it's good for you to know more about them as well. We're about relationships and love and being in this wonderful, sometimes painful and up and down life of love, or for some, lack of it. We endeavour to capture some of these elements in our interviews. So viewers, whatever your background is love-wise, stick around. It may be your partner could do with a hint of something, or maybe for the lonely ones out there, you can find solace in listening to our guest interviews. You may find someone you can relate to, or if you would like to come onto the show, go to our website, www.successfuldating.tv, and there is information there on the show and what I do. This show is for recreational and entertainment purposes, and you must be over 18 years of age to come onto the show. Okay, so we're going straight into the deep end with our first interview. She is young and lovely. Let's welcome Emma, and thank you for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries, my dear. I mean, look, this is our last episode, so we're just spending more time with our interview. So thank you for letting us extend that time with you as well. Now, I've got a few questions, you know, mainly about yourself and who you are. So just a couple of things for the viewers to know about who you are and, you know, just traits you can reveal. Yeah, please divulge. Anything.
Well, I work in hospitality,
Yeah.
so
People person?
yeah,
Yeah.
tend to. Hospitality sort of drives you out of people once you deal with them every day. But yeah, I love meeting new people, doing new things and things like that. So doing something a bit different all the time.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing, yeah.
So you don't like the mundane?
No.
Yeah, you
No.
like to move around, do different things,
Yeah.
think different things, do things all the time. You don't like to be sort of stuck in front of the computer all day.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I do at the moment. I'm stuck just in front of the computer.
Okay, well
But
that's
it
coincidental.
drives me insane. Like, I'd rather be out doing stuff, meeting new people,
Yeah.
you know, doing stuff that's not sort of every
Typical?
Yeah. Routine. Just it kind of gets really boring after a while. So
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
And what about, like, say one of your talents? What would you talent or gift? You know, what are you good at personally? So forget about the job, just you, who you are. What would be a good talent or gift that you have? And it could be anything. Clothes, you know, creativity, a personality trait. Yeah.
I love clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I just love shopping. My bank account is so bad because of my shopping. But really something that I love to do is just writing. I've got a blog and things like
So
that.
you're a writer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something I'd really like to sort of more explore and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Have you tapped into that?
I've started a blog like 12 months ago, and then I've only restarted like posting weekly and actually sort of trying to make something of it, which is sort of a good thing to sort of get back into that. And it's something that I've always been told I've been good at, so now I'm actually putting it out there and getting feedback about it, which is actually really exciting.
Yeah.
So
I think feedback is also good because it gives a bit of an objective feel on, you know, what you can do and what other people think you can do, and then you can sort of like form your own opinion through different, I guess, you know, objective opinions and feedback and that sort of thing. So it sounds like you could be a bit of a writer.
fingers crossed, hopefully one day maybe.
Well, you know, and yeah, just for the viewers to know, like we do like to get to know our interviewees like on a more of an intimate basis. So it's definitely important to understand, you know, the person first, as well as their love/relationship adventures and their experiences and that sort of thing. Writers, I've noticed, tend to be analytical people. They tend to analyse and observe very well.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a hidden trait, and they tend to be loners as well because they have the gift of seeing things from an outside perspective that others can't. So yeah, I mean, you could be well on your way there.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
So yeah, let's get back onto the interview bit with the whole relationship love sort of saga. What stands out with you, relationship-wise, with, you know, who you've been involved with, or you know, where that's led you, or how it's made you feel, that sort of thing?
Sort of, probably.
So it could be a past relationship, or like an ex, or something that's triggered something off that's made you feel a particular way, or maybe he's sort of like made you feel a certain way or made you tick a certain way, because relationships can have a profound effect on our life in different ways. People just think a relationship is a relationship. There's always so much more behind it. It can actually mould us into who we are.
Are you ready? Said, are you ready now? Are you ready? Said, are you ready now?
On this show, we're all about, being lateral thinkers and lateral feelers. So we like to get a perspective on all the interviewees we have here. So yeah, do you have a past experience you can share with us?
I've sort of got one.
Yeah.
It's not really like a relationship sort of as such.
Yeah.
Just sort of a guy you've known forever, and then you try and move forward in trying to see if something's worth, if taking a risk and getting into a relationship.
Yeah.
Where the guy's sort of all for it when he wants action, and then when you go the next day and go, okay, so this has happened, what are we now? It's just like, sorry, I was drunk. Like, nothing to do with it.
Sounds like a bit of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask, how long did this go for?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
So that's a really long time.
Yeah.
Did you punch him in the end? No. Did you give him a right hook, like a bit of a sucker punch,
I wish.
Oh, what is it with these people? Mucking around with people's feelings. It's just not on. It's not right. He probably would have had a big ego trip for that, I reckon.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah.
He was just, I'm the man, look at me. And I was like, no, you're not. But
so you're putting all the feelings out and putting it out there. Not just putting it out there, putting it out there, I guess, from the relationship aspect. So did that make you angry later on?
Yeah. I think the worst thing is no matter how bad he treated me, I still always went back, and I still, even now, I'm sort of like, if something was to happen, maybe at a party, but I'm trying to stop it.
Because you still liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he knew that.
Yeah, he knew.
So he played on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah. We've got to, we mentioned this quite a few times, but, karma always gets back.
Yeah.
It may not be tomorrow or the next day. It could be 2 or 5 years later, but it ends up coming back. Then when they completely forget about it, it comes back. But so what has that taught you? Has that taught you a few things yet, or do you still sort of you're just absorbing the whole thing, the experience, or where are you at now with what's happened?
I think it was a really good experience to go through, because I think when you're young, you kind of just get wrapped up in the romance of the love, and it's all this and everything happens for the first time.
The colours and the intensity and the passion and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Which happens for a while.
Yeah. And then when it's when it's so repetitive and you never get any good out of it, you sort of, for me, I'm just sort of over it at the moment. I'm sort of ready to move on from that stage of my life and go, okay, now it's time for something new, something a bit more real, and with a little bit more
substance.
Respect.
Substance and respect.
Yeah.
So you've learned that to respect yourself.
Yeah.
Which can come at a bit of a hard price, or a bit of a tough price, can't it, with some people out there? When you sort of wear your heart on your sleeve, it can sort of burn you too, can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably made you stronger as well, stronger and more wise.
Yeah.
You can sort of start writing it into your book as well. I've gone through such and such. Have you never know. You could be like a romance novelist later on down the track. This experience leads on to this, and things interlink. Things happen, I think, in the future, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. To say, what would you say, to give tips to our viewers, what do you think it would be? Anything. So to a guy or a girl. So it could be anything.
Probably.
How you feel.
I think if you're going to get into a relationship, or, put yourself out there, I think you've got to be honest in what you want. And if you get to a point where you end up at the end of every night in tears over this person, obviously it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So sort of you've got to respect yourself first before anybody else. So if you're putting a person ahead of you every time,
Yeah.
it's never going to work.
Yeah.
Like
So like meeting them halfway.
yeah,
Yeah. And some people don't understand that, but meeting halfway, being reciprocated in your feelings.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay, we've got our quickie time coming up now. So special little time on the clock. It's 50 seconds. Only one rule. If you don't want to answer, say quickie. That's
Okay.
about it. So we've got time on the clock, guys. And ready, get steady, and the time starts now. What do men like most about you?
My boobs.
Your boobs. So you've got lovely boobs there. But okay, no, but anyway. If you're an animal, what would it be?
I get called T-Rex because I've got short arms.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
You're
T-Rex.
very strong too. You're like powerful jaw,
Yeah.
like a shark. Is there a difference between sex and making love?
Yes.
Have you ever worn your partner's undies on your head?
No.
If a bartender named a love drink after you, what would it be called and what would be in it?
Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Quickie, yeah.
What is the first thing you notice about a person of the opposite sex?
Eyes.
Last question. If you're a sweet, what would it be?
Oh, good. I don't know. Got no idea.
We'll leave it as no idea. Okay. Emma, thank you for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. And I think there's a lot of food for thought for the viewers out there for our last episode. Every episode there's something interesting, but this is a very special episode. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, fantastic viewers. We will return for our last and final interview for this season. We're going to make it hot, hot, hot. Well, it has to be. It's the final minutes to count down until next time. So grab yourself a hot drink. See you when I'm looking at you.
Are you ready? Said, are you ready now? Are you ready? Said, are you ready now?
Hi viewers, we're back and we are on the countdown for our final 10 minutes or so of our last episode for season 1. And with me for our final interview is a gorgeous lady from Melbourne. And we have had this gorgeous lady on the show before, and we are glad to have her back again for our finale. And we're going to welcome Bianca again.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And you're all decked out and then you look, I see.
Yeah, different.
Yeah?
Yeah, natural.
Yeah, natural.
Yeah.
Do you change your look often or?
No, I just don't get taken seriously as a blonde, so I decided to go back to being a brunette and maybe I can get a better job.
Get a better job.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why.
You don't get taken
Yeah.
seriously enough.
No, not in my, I don't know,
Field?
form of, what I want to do. I don't think many people want blondes on the spray painting job, so.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, we can sort of delve more into, what you do and, or sort of like getting to the nuts and bolts of things. So what do you do? What's the
Professional graffiti artist.
Yeah.
My hope was to kind of spray paint cars, get an apprenticeship in spray painting,
Yeah.
but that didn't work. So I guess one male out there gave me the opportunity to be a graffiti artist.
Yeah.
So I took it, and I enjoy it. So for
Wow.
now, I'm going to do that until I can, get some people taking me seriously
Yeah.
to do what I want to do. Yeah.
Is this part of like street art?
Yes, it
sort
is
of
street
thing?
art.
Yeah?
Yeah, so basically we remove the graffiti that they do, like the tags and things, and
Yeah.
we put up something
No, the
that's...
tagging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But basically you put up the same thing, just, I don't know, something that the business wants to prevent young people sort of tagging up there.
And then they pay you
Yeah.
for it and then you actually do the
Yeah.
graffiti.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're
Mhm.
like the professional taggers of Melbourne.
Yes.
So like if people are watching you, they'll go, there's like a tagger, but you're actually a pay tagger. So
Yes, a tagger.
that's
Yeah,
unreal.
yeah.
So like in that sort of way, you're a true artist. You know how to
Yeah.
draw and
Yeah, I
do you
do
have
know how
like
to draw.
spray cans? And,
Yes, I have
and,
spray
like,
cans.
Do you have like those brushes as well, or is it just spray cans? You go shh
Spray
everywhere.
cans, spray cans. So I like to do stencils, but then in my own time, it's more brushes. Yeah, brushes, art, oil painting, things like that. But I kind of fiddle with absolutely everything, so
Yeah.
I know I just wanted something different.
So you're a bit of jack of all creative trades, it seems.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so. Yeah, I want to try something different. I don't like doing the same thing all the time. It gets a bit boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit mundane, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I think it's a good thing to be like, just when you said that, like a bit of a job slut. You sort of,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and that's saying that in the good way, like you get around.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
it's
you're not doing the same thing all the time.
jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
one day eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, what about relationship-wise? Now, we touched base previously on, you know, your relationship status, but we haven't really asked sort of more in-depth questions. So,
Yeah.
I think the last time you mentioned that you've been single for a while.
Yes, been
Yeah,
single for a while, on and off. So, not really in something, but I wouldn't really count it. Yeah, not really in anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sort of difficult situation. Yeah.
And you're a bit of a mum too.
Yes, I am
Yeah,
a mum.
which is actually good for the chicks out there. I mean, we've got like a mini Jessica Alba happening here. You know, like no one would actually think that you're a mum with that gorgeous petite figure happening and the muscles and the sexy legs and that sort of stuff. But no, I mean, I think that's actually good for anyone thinking about keeping fit and healthy and knowing that after kids at such a young age, which, you know, you probably are, that, you know, you can actually maintain your figure and...
Yeah, definitely can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very hard. Just have to, I don't know, sort of want
Just
to.
maintain
yeah,
it, yeah.
not be so lazy.
Yeah. So it's like a will
Yeah.
and desire thing.
Yeah.
Where there's
yeah.
will, there's desire, and a bit of both.
See the sunshine every day. Get outside and go for a walk. It's easy.
Bit of energy.
Yeah, 10 minutes every day.
Yeah.
No,
Or
that's
just
all
like
you need.
recharge in front of the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like some cartoon characters, I think, recharge in front of the sun, but that's another story.
Yeah, definitely.
So, how would you say your personal relationships have changed you, or if not changed you, maybe put you on to a different path or enlightened you? I mean, everyone's different, each their own. How have relationships, you know, formed who you are?
I guess being in them, I realised I sort of was like a shadow. Yeah, so I don't know, I just became a shadow, maybe not because they wanted to, but that's how it sort of happened. Live their life and what they wanted to do. So every time I sort of come out of something, I've decided to go and do what I wanted to do because I've missed out, but then I've jumped back in and I've missed out again on what I wanted.
Yeah.
So potentially now I kind of, and maybe might sound a little bit selfish, but I kind of think of myself and my dreams and what I want as well, and that should be accepted too, and I don't know,
Instead of putting the person
encouraged.
first.
Yeah, you know, like you shouldn't just encourage the other half or live for what they want. It should be living for what we both want and things like that. So yeah, so I kind of just be myself, and you know, if you don't like that or this and that, then I guess, you know, there's room to change, and you know, you meet halfway, but I like who I am and I'm happy with who I am, so that's the way I want to stay. Yeah.
I think it's good. Yeah, one of the previous girls, she mentioned about meeting halfway too,
Yeah.
which is good. I mean, you've touched base on the exact same words she did, you know, meeting halfway, and some people don't.
It's hard these days. It's really, really hard to find that middle
ground.
Yeah. Everybody's stubborn. We're all stubborn for what we want.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what we're driven for in life, but it's hard to kind of find that sort of subtleness to be able to come in the middle and say, hey, you know, we can sort of work together.
Yeah.
By then
Find
you've
the
rushed it.
complementary,
Yeah.
yes,
People rush too much now.
And yeah, I mean, when you just said that about rushing, you know, I think the relationships or the people that actually suit, sometimes there's not much work, you know, work that actually has to happen. It just comes more in unison.
Yeah,
it just
that's right.
flows, you know, like, you know, waves in the ocean. There's not, you don't have to put the hard yard in or the hard effort. Like, you know, there are people out there that say, oh, you know, if this isn't working in your relationship, just do this or just do that, or you keep trying. And you know, you can keep trying. You can. If you say that you've put in the effort to a certain point, you've done it, that's great. But if it doesn't work, why keep, you know, banging your head against a brick wall? It's pointless.
Old love, old-fashioned love.
Yeah, that's right.
That's,
and old-fashioned. Yeah,
that's why. It's like our parents. Our parents stayed in things because, you know, because they had us and they had love and they once upon a time had happy moments. So, you know, if you try hard enough to make all the stubbornness and arguments disappear and go back to normal and keep the passion there, I think that you can make something work. Yeah, you just got to believe that you can sort of fix things and give it an effort from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
people,
if you can't, then it just goes to waste, doesn't it? It could be
definitely goes to waste. It does.
Yes, I
definitely.
mean, the fundamentals have to be there too. If the fundamentals aren't there, you can keep trying, and there's just no point.
Doesn't work.
No,
No, doesn't
yeah.
work. Yeah.
All right, we've got quickie clock time now. This is our exciting segment. So we've got, there's only one rule. If you don't want to answer the question, just say quickie.
All right.
But yeah, being
nice word.
the gorgeous, colourful lady that you are, I'm sure this wouldn't be a problem. So 50 seconds on the clock. Ask
Okay.
you a question, and yeah, if you want to answer, just answer. If not, just say quickie. And the time starts Now, does size really matter?
No.
Is it possible to be a true friend with someone of the opposite sex?
Yes.
Do you have a sexual fantasy no one else knows about? Would you rather be called sexy or brainy?
Brainy.
If you had to choose between your career or relationship, what would it be?
Career.
What comic book character best describes you?
Little Red Riding Hood.
Well, red, little,
Yeah.
riding hood, yep. Describe yourself in 3 words.
I don't know.
What foods do you consider sexy? And I'm stopping, but you can answer that. Yep.
Cherry. I don't know. Cherry. That's all I can think
Cool.
about.
No worries. Okay. Well, Bianca, look, you know what? I think our episode time is now finished for the season. Yay! We got season 2 wrapped up. So, no, thanks for coming along.
Thanks for having me.
And you know, this is our last and final episode for season 1, so we're all excited, and we're excited to have the last interviewees on our last show. So, thank you so much. All I can say is we hope to see you in season 2, and all the best.
All the best to you too.
No worries. Fantastic, guys. There you go. There will be more surprises in store, more love, more talks, more fun, just more of everything, really. It's all happening here at Successful Dating. Go to our website, viewers, and check us out at www.successfuldating.tv. Check out Bianca and all the rest of the crew and the guys that have come onto our show, and all the best. Look, be good to each other, be good to yourself, and in the meantime, we'll see you later.